Okay, let's check our work real quick on 1 through 3. Y'all okay so far? I don't think I saw very many people that were going astray on those. Okay, number 4 is a little bit different though. So number 4, how many terms do you have on number 4? 2 terms. Does it have a GCF? No. So if you have 2 terms and no GCF, but notice about 81. What do you notice about that guy? Perfect square. So this is the difference of 2 squares. Yeah, there you go. Very good. Very good. Perfect. Notice what? Notice the how the letter comes first. So we wrote the letter first in the parentheses. Are y'all okay? All right. So 9 times -9 is -81. 9 plus -9 is 0. Got it good? Y'all okay? All right. What about number 5 though? Number 5 is a little bit different. How many terms are there?
3, 4.
4. Okay, it's okay. They do have a GCF in the front, so that'd be 6x cubed. That'll leave you with 2x squared minus 3. And then they have a negative x in common in the back, so it'll leave you with 3x minus 1. And what do you notice? They're not the same, but we did everything right, though. What do we call it if it won't factor? Start with a P. 5 letters. Prime. Very good. Look at you. You're on fire today. Prime. Very good. Very good. If you know you did everything right, but it won't factor, we just call it prime. Actually, there is a way to factor it. We just haven't learned it yet.
I thought we did last year.
Yes, you did. Pythagorean, definitely not Pythagorean theorem. Quadratic formula. Sorry. Quadratic formula.
Hey.
Turn it off. All right, what about number 6? How many terms? 4. So we're going to do grouping. So see, that'd be 4x and x plus 5. Take out a negative. And what number goes into 3 and 15? Go.
3.
3. And they have a letter in common. So just be careful when you're dividing. -3 divided by -3 is a positive 1x. And -15 divided by -3 is a positive 5. So be x plus 5 and 4x minus 3y. Boom. Now, okay? All right, number 7, 3 terms, no GCF. So we do factors of the back number. That add or subtract to be the middle number. Which one's that? 8 and 8, how?
Negative.
Both negative. Very good. But you will never see that as a multiple choice answer. Why? T minus 8. Look at you go. Who is this person that you have replaced? That's just 3 in a row, bud. All right, last one. Here we go. Good job, Sawyer. All right, last one. 2 terms, right? No GCF. Same as number 4, but notice that the number comes first, okay? So this will be, what's the square root of 144? 12. There you go. 12 minus u and 12 plus u. Or 12 plus u and 12. It doesn't matter. Why does it matter the order? Like, why did I have to put these in that order this time? Yes, but why couldn't I switch them around and say u minus 12 and u plus 12? Like, why did I have to have them in this order? Yeah?
Could you also say, like, negative u plus 12 and then...
Because give me a number, any number. 7 minus 3. I heard 7 and 3. What's 7 minus 3?
Negative.
7 minus 3 is negative?
Oh, 4.
7 minus 3 is 4, but switch it around. What's 3 minus 7? They're not the same thing. But what about addition? What's 7 plus 3? What's 3 plus 10? 7. It's still 10. Addition doesn't matter. Addition is commutative. but subtraction is not. That's why it's a big deal that you got to have it in that order, y'all, okay? All right, sweet. We're going to grab page 5, and we're going to learn how to multiply. You need a calculator. You cannot use a calculator on your quiz, so we're going to learn how to do it without the calculator first. But on your tests, you can use your calculator. So we're going to learn both ways. Really easy stuff. You just got to pay attention so you don't get confused. Really easy stuff, though. All right, where we at? Page 5. All right, so page 3 was your homework. Hopefully most of you got a lot of it done before you even left class. SMH.
I actually did. I got down to like 13 or 14.
Did you?
Finished the rest of it.
That's fine. You just finish it tonight. Or tomorrow. And then we're on the back of that, so y'all got lucky. Because this is going to be the first homework grade and the first grade ever for second semester, second quarter. Sir? Yes, their homework's always for Chris. Okay, so just like Friday, it says in the directions, find each product if possible. What did we say on Friday? If it was not possible, what did we write? Impossible, right? Kind of like impossible, y'all okay? Alright, so these are a little bit different. When you're adding and subtracting, they had to be exactly the same in order to add or subtract them. But they don't have to be exactly the same to multiply. Here's what you got to do. You have to look at their dimensions. What is the dimensions of the first one? 2 by 2. And what are the dimensions of the second one? 2 by 2. In order to multiply them, the inside two numbers have to be the same. So do you see how the inside two numbers are 2 and 2? Does that make sense? Anybody lost about what I mean by inside numbers? Okay, as long as those two inside numbers are the same, you can multiply. And the outside two numbers tell you the dimensions of your answer. So what are the dimensions of your answer? 2 by 2. So if you need a few seconds, take a few seconds and write yourself a note. Inside numbers have to match up. Outside numbers are the dimensions of your answer.
So the inside ones have to...
They have to be the same. Otherwise, you would call it impossible.
So 9 would be impossible.
No, 2 and 2 by 2. I think there's only one. All right, here we go. So our answer...
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like,
Yes. Our answer is going to be a 2-row by 2 columns, right? So here's what I do, and it makes my life much easier because I am a visual learner, and most of you in here are visual learners. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my blanks. And this is where you got to be careful and pay attention because it's not hard, but it can be a little confusing if I lose you right here. You ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go. This answer right here, this number, he is in the first row, and he is in the first column. Did I lose anybody there?
No, ma'am.
So we're going to take the first row of the first matrix times the first column of the second matrix. This answer is in the first row and the first column. So I'm going to take the first row and the first column. And then you multiply. First numbers. Sir?
It's kind of like flipping it, like if it was like a third.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could
and
say
then
it like that.
the third off of there.
Yeah, you could look at it that way. All right, so you're going to multiply the first number, which is 4 and 3. What's 4 times 3? 12. And then you're going to add multiplying the next two numbers. What are the next two numbers in that row, in that column? 1 times 0 is 0. So if you add those two numbers together, it will give you the answer for that piece of your matrix. All right, let's look at the next one. This one right here. What row is this one in? The first or the second row?
In the first.
First row, so we're still going to use that 4 and that 1. What column is this one in?
Second.
So we're going to use the 0 and the 3 this time. All right, so multiply your first numbers. 4 times 0 is 0. Multiply the next numbers. 1 times 3 is 3. And so you have 12 and 3 for your first row. A little bit. Kind of, sort of. Alright, let's look at this bottom one. Right here. What row is this one in? Bottom row, second row. So I'm going to use 2 and 3 this time. What column is this one in? The this column? That's the first column. That's uno. Alright, here we go. Multiply the first numbers. Negative 2 times 3 is how much? Negative 6. Multiply the next numbers. What's 3 times 0? Add them together and what do you get? There you go. Alright, look at this guy. This guy is in the second row. So we're still going to use negative 2 and 3. And he's in the second column. So we're going to use 0 and 3. Alright, so what's negative 2 times 0? 0. And then 3 times 3. 9. Add them together and what do you get? Oh, add them. You get 9 when you add them. Yep. Alright, that's your answer right here. 12, 3, negative 6, 9. It gets easier, I promise. It's a little funky at first.
Yeah, I have to color code that.
Yeah, color coding it makes it easier. Alright, here we go. Number 2. What's the dimensions of the first one? 2 by 2. Dimensions of the second one? 2 by 2. And in order to multiply them, what has to happen? There you go. Look at them. 2 and 2. I'm good to go. They're the same. So that means it's possible. I can do this. The outside numbers are my dimensions of my answer. So I'm visual. Most of you are visual. If you're a smarty pants, you don't have to write this down. But if not, just write it down. Alright, anybody lost so far? Okay, here we go. Look at this first answer. This is in the top row, correct? So we're going to take that top row, negative 1 and 0. Y'all okay so far? Alright, what column is he in? The first one or the second one? He's in the first column, so I'm going to take 3 and negative 1. Alright, here we go. Let's multiply. First number is negative 1 times 3. That's negative 3. Second one is 0 times negative 1. That's 0. Add them together and what do you get? Negative 3. You think you can try it? Not yet? Okay, let's keep going. Alright, here we go. First row, so we're going to multiply negative 1 and 0. And this one is in the last column, so we're going to do 2 and 4. Alright, multiply the first two numbers. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. And then 0 times 4 is 4. Add them together. Oh, 0. Oops. Oops. Sorry. Okay? Alright, here we go. This is the bottom row. Bottom row means we're going to use 3 and 7 this time. And this one's in the first column, so we're going to use 3 and negative 1. So this will be 3 times 3 is 9. And 7 times negative 1 is negative 7. Add them together and you get 2. Y'all okay? Alright, last one. Here we go. Last row, last column. So 3 and 7 and 2 and 4. So it'll be 6 and 28. 34. There you go. Alright, y'all try 3. See what you can do on 3. See what you can do on 3. Did y'all get like 7, -7, 14, and 14? It was 14, -14. -14. Missing. Alright, let's see. So we should get 9 and -2 is 7. -3 and -4 is -7. 6 and 8 is 14. -2, 16 is +14. Yep. -7, -7, 14, 14. Anybody need me? No? So we're good? Everybody's perfect? Dang, y'all quiet today. Okay, alright, let's go to 4 then. Number 4, here we go. In order to see if you can multiply them. So you're on your quiz, right? Let's do a review. If we're on a quiz and we were supposed to add these, would we be able to add these? No. Why? Because they're impossible. Why? Because the dimensions are not the same. But if I were to multiply them, what has to happen? There you go. Inside has to be the same. So let's see, that's a 2 by 3. So those do match up. The outside numbers tell me the dimensions of my answer. So I have a 2 row by 3 column. I can't count. There you go. I don't know what it is about those blanks, but if you're a visual learner, they really help. So you don't necessarily have to write your steps out, but if you'll at least draw those blanks, I don't know what it is, but it really helps if you're visual, okay, until you really get the hang of it. All right, we need to do this one together? You sure? You want to try the first one? Let's just do the first one. All right, right here, this guy. He's in the first row, and he's in the first column. So we're going to take -3 and 1, and 4 and -3. So you're going to do the exact same thing. You just got to do it one extra time. So you've got -3 times 4, and 1 times -3. Yep. So you should get -15. Feel okay? Okay, see if you can try the rest of it, and then I'll show you how to do your calculator.
Wait on.
Okay, which one are you on? Alright, so this guy's in the first row. So you're going to use -3. Those are the second column. So you're going to use 0. Yep. So -3 times the first row, which is 0. Alright, keep going. We're going to go all the way to 9, okay? Keep going, and then we'll do calculators again. This is the first row. Yeah. Okay, this is the first row. It's the first row.
What's it called if you cancel it?
Impossible.
That one.
It's. And then I had to paste it. So
Yeah, I was like,
is 0 or -3.
First I did, I was like,
Alright, what are you doing? Number 5 is definitely not impossible. Nope. Yep. Left and right, then up and down.
So it's 2 times 3, and then 2 times.
Wait, which one are you on? So this one is a 3 by 2 and a 2 by 2. Alright, there's your answer for number 4. -15, 1, 7, 26, -2, -12. Well, okay? Alright, you got your calculators? Take a minute and finish up 4 if you need to. If you're finishing up 4, take a minute and finish it up. Let's grab our calculators. Grab me a graphing calculator if you need one.
Yes, you got one.
Let's do one thing at a time.
Put it on, go to apps, and go down period.
Alright, here we go. Ready?
That's how I keep it on my own.
Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Alright, here we go. So do you remember where we go from Friday?
You go to second and
Beautiful. Second and matrix. Perfect. We're on second and matrix.
so you go to edit.
My angel darlings. Second and matrix. Sorry, wait. Second and matrix.
Dang it, lawyer.
Second and matrix. I need you to hit the button. Second and matrix. I have said it 5 times.
Wait, what problem are we on?
Silly rabbit tricks.
Alright, so we go second matrix. We go over to edit, right? And we hit enter. And what's the size of this first guy? 2 by 2. Alright, and then we type all these numbers in. -3, 1, 5, and -2. So far? Okay, then you go back to matrix, so second matrix. And you go over to edit. But this time we're not going to edit the first one, we're going to edit the second one. What's the size of the second one? 2 by 3. And then you type all those numbers in. 4, 0, -2, -3, 1, and 1. Alright, then you got to get out of your edit mode. How do you get out of edit mode? Second quit. What?
Oh, I got it right.
And then second matrix, enter on A, and we're multiplying second matrix, and then go down to B. We okay?
Okay, I got it.
Got it? No, we got an error. Alright, here's what I want you to do. Listen. You ready? We are going to work 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 in our heads first. Then you're going to check it on your calculator, because on Thursday, you cannot use a graphing calculator on Thursday, because your math teacher knows how you are. So,
I'm gonna learn how to do this on my periodic table. It's not a big deal. You just need to go back to your lecture.
It's right there.
Oh, the blue.
I was looking for white.
You probably have to know the record.
Hey guys, look at 7 real quick. You know when you type something in your computer and it says that you like spelled it wrong? So it puts these little squiggly things underneath whatever you spelt wrong or done whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all that is on 7. So just ignore that. Like that is 0, 4, and -3. That's all that says, okay? It's just when I screenshot it, it had that little squiggly because it said I did that wrong, but it's not. I had, yeah, because I had to copy and paste this from something else.
Those are actually 3 numbers.
Plagiarism is if you publish something, you're getting a grade for it. So I'm not publishing this, nor getting a grade for it.
We are though.
Huh?
We're getting a grade.
You're not getting a grade for notes?
Who said I was plagiarizing?
Yes.
We were reading the page before, this is the.
Is it fun?
Number 7 is possible.
It is down. Where's Hunter? No. He in his.
Come on, see it. No, it's finished.
No, he needs to do that.
You can't see that, then following me.
He probably didn't do it. Or he used his calculator to get you. Heck no, bro. In grade 6.
Remember 5?
Yeah.
I keep getting it wrong for the first one.
Wrong answer for the first one.
Like the first one. Because I think you made -1. Because I knew it was
Oh no. Oh my god.
that was like,
Back to your matrix. That's clear. Do it again.
Oh, you're right. It was. Go back to the matrix and make sure that A doesn't have two.
Oh, I see what it is. The 3 is in
Oh.
it is okay.
Three and then second one. Okay, you get it right. Alright, so we're doing 5 through 9, 5 minutes. And then check.
That was crazy.
What?
Your face, you're like. Yeah, that made my day.
Yeah.
That made my day.
Huh?
Oh, is it?
Come on, man.
13.
Put that on God. Okay.
Well, me, you know, the first place is
Then we have. No, we go. He going tell if he wants to take that flag. 15 minutes or 15 minutes for not being ready.
Alright, so we're doing 5 through 9 by hand, and then on our calculator.
Well, I got that wave on.
Oh, there.
Wave on.
You need help? No, you need help?
No,
You sure?
I think.
Okay. Alright, I know y'all are checking them in your calculator, but just in case something went wrong, there's the answer for 5. Does anybody need help on 5? Okay, we have 10 minutes left, so once you get finished with all 9 of them, you can go ahead and start your homework, and your homework is in your workbook,
Oh, yeah.
page 39, 1, 3, 8, and 10. Okay? Yes, it's probably about the 6th or 7th thing we've done our work with here. You've used them.
What is it?
1, 3, 8, 10.
Hello, homework.
Somebody said I'm going.
Bro, I need my cards.
When my phone does, that's what I do it for.
Yeah, man. So wait, on our quiz, we can't even use our
You can use a regular.
so we can't use it to check it. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? I need everyone to please listen to this announcement as it does pertain to tomorrow and what will be taking place. I will start first with all of our students. All of our students. That's freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. We have posted locations for where you will be, what room you will be in tomorrow. That is in the lobby area, as well as hallways, as well as outside of some teachers' classroom doors in terms of where you will be, actually where you will be. But you can check in the lobby area and in the hallways to find out where you will be in the morning. And I am strongly encouraging all of our students to do this and to do it this afternoon, so that you will know coming into school in the morning where you will be going. Okay, and that means you can take your phone out, you can take a picture so that you don't forget, so you don't have to come back to the location, because what we want to do is to prevent a log jam in the lobby in the morning with everyone trying to find out, okay, where do I go, what do I do? Okay, we will still help to assist you in the morning as far as what location you will be in. Okay, freshmen, you're going to be assigned to a particular classroom with a particular teacher. That information is going to be posted in the lobby. As we've already mentioned before, you will be taking some practice ACT tests tomorrow in that particular room. Sophomores, you're going to be split between either you're taking the PSAT. We have those rosters posted in the lobby, and you will be assigned to a particular room for that. For our other group of sophomores, you will be taking the mock ACT. And that information has also been posted and played in the lobby, and you've been assigned to a particular classroom, a particular teacher. That information was also emailed out to you. If you're taking the mock ACT as a sophomore, that information was emailed to you. Juniors, PSAT, again, rosters or location, PSAT locations are posted in the lobby area. Okay, so make sure you check that out. For all juniors are taking the PSAT tomorrow, so please go by and find out where your location will be. Seniors, we have locations where you will be. You're either going to be in the cafeteria, in the auditorium, or in the media center, depending on what activities you are participating in. You've also received emails about your specific location and where you will be tomorrow.